Good morning, my dear students. Today we shall continue the exercise 3.4, the fourth problem. Yesterday we have solved three problems related to the pair of linear equations. The Meena went to bank to withdraw 2000 rupees. See? She asked the cashier to give her rupees 50 and rupees 100 notes. Okay? Only. Meena got 25 notes in all. Find how many notes of rupees 50 and rupees 100 she received. Okay? Let us have a solution. Let X represent number of, let X represent number of rupees 50 notes and Y represents hundred notes. Okay. Total number of notes. $25. Now X plus Y equals to 25. Equation 1. Then to give our 50 rupees 100 notes only, Meena got 25 notes in all. Find how many notes of rupees 50 and 100 she received. That is statement 2. According to statement 1, statement 2, 50 notes are considered as X plus 100 notes are considered as Y. What is their value? The value is 2000. Let us take common 50. X plus 2Y equals to 2000. X plus 2Y equals to 2000 divided by 50. 5 ones are 5 fours are. So X plus 2Y equals to 40. Equation 2. X plus 2Y equals to 40. Say total notes are 25. X is a represent 50 notes and Y represent 100 notes. Total notes are 25. It is obviously X plus Y equals to 25. Then the total amount needed is 2000. That is 50 notes she needed. That is 50X. 100 rupees notes she needed. That is 100Y. 50X plus 100Y equals to 2000. After simplification, 50 is common term. 50x plus 2y equals to, that is x plus 2y equals to 40. Now solving 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. That is x plus y equals to 25. Then x plus 2y equals to 40. Okay, minus by subtracting. Plus x minus x gets cancelled. It is minus y equals to minus 15. Therefore, y equals to 15. Y equals to 15. Put y equals to 15 in equation 1. That is x plus y equals to 25. Then x plus 15 equals to 25. X equals to 25 minus 50. X equals to 10. X equals to 10. What does it mean? There are 10 notes of rupees 50 and 50 notes of rupees 100 of rupees 100. Okay, right. See the last problem related to exercise 3.4. Fifth one. A lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days. That means for first 3 days there is a fixed charge. For example, 10 rupees, 5 rupees, like that. If you take more than 3 days, you have to pay certain amount, that is called extra charge. So, a lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days and an additional charge for each day thereafter. Sarita paid rupees 27 for book kept for 7 days, while Susie paid rupees 21 for the book she kept for 5 days. Find the fixed charge and the charge for each extra day. See, let us take, let x be the fixed charge. Let x be a fixed charge. Then y be the charge for extra day. For extra day. Okay. See, the fixed charge for the first 3 days and additional charge for each day. Thereafter, Sarita paid 27. Sarita paid rupees 27. Sarita related statement. That is x plus she paid how many days? 7 minus 3 y equals to 27. Equals to 27. What is that minus 3? Because free day has another charge. There is a fixed charge. We have to charge for another 4 days. So x plus 7 minus 3, 4y equals to 27. Equation 1. Then for Susi related statement. Susi related statement. See, Susi has taken 5 days and paid 21 rupees. That is x plus 5 days means 5 minus 3 y equals to 21 rupees. That is x plus 2y equals to 21. Second, solving 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. X plus 4y equals to 27. X plus 2y equals to 21. Okay, minus y subtract plus x minus x cancel. 2y equals to 6. Y equals to 6 by 2. 2 ones are 2 3s are. Y equals to 2. Y equals to 3. Then put y equals to in equation 2. X plus 2y equals to 21. X plus 2 into 3 is to 21. X plus 6 is to 21. X equals to 21 minus 6. X equals to 15. X equals to 15. Fixed charge is 15 and therefore three extra charge. Write down. This one is the charge per day, fixed charge extra charge. See the solution now we have solved. That's self-correlated statement. X plus 7 means he has taken the library books for 7 days. 3 days has the different charge. After 3 days has the charge extra charges. So y is representing the extra charge. That is why the extra number of days we have to find. That is 7 days. 3 days are concession for the fixed charge. So 4 days. For 4 days he has to pay. Then Susi related statement. She has taken 5 days. 3 days is a different rate. That is concession. So 5 minus 3, she has to pay extra charge for 2 days. So to understand the particular way of thinking related to this problem, I have written that 7 minus 3 to clarify the meaning of the statement. Okay, right now. Okay, dear students, let us discuss about the younger method of solving the pair of linear equations. So far, there are 3 methods of solving a pair of linear equations. The first one is the substitution method, which has been cancelled for the recent students, those who are appearing for SSLC examination in 21 and 22. Then we have the elimination method. The second method usually we have, but they have given only elimination method is required to solve the pair of linear equations. But there is another method which one is very attractive as well as very interesting part, that is the cross multiplication method. But last year they have removed this method from the view of examination, but this year they haven't mentioned whether this method is applicable or not. Okay, anyhow, let us solve this method, because new one as well as very interesting one. Which method? Cross multiplication method. You know, there are 3 methods for our examination in solving the pair of linear equations. I have told the first one is the substitution method, second one is the elimination method, which is usually everybody will solve for that method only. Then the third method is cross multiplication method. See, what is that cross multiplication method? Cross multiplication method. We know the general form of a pair of linear equation is a pair of linear equations in 2 variables is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Considering the coefficients of the variables, 2 variables, that is a1x plus b1y, we have to find the solution in the cross multiplication method. We have to compare the ratios of the coefficients of x, the coefficient of y, the coefficient of constant term, not the constant terms itself. Okay, a1 and a2 are the coefficients, b1 and b2 are the coefficients, c1 and c2 are the constants related to this pattern of a pair of linear equations in 2 variables. Okay, now what is that method? Say x divided by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equals to y divided by, that is c1 a2 minus c2 a1 equals to 1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. a2 b1. X are the variable which you want to calculate, y is the variable which you want to calculate, that is 1 equals to a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is a formula From where we got this one? We got by considering the coefficients of variable x, the coefficients of variable y, and the Gaussian terms. The first pair of linear equations in two variables is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0. The second case of that variable x and y is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. The suitable formula to calculate the x and y is x divided by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 y equals to c1 a2 minus c2 a1, then a1 b2 minus a2 b1. See, the coefficients of x and y that are constant are in the cyclic form, that is cyclic one, a1, then b1, a1, a b c, like this cyclic they are. So for example, if b1 after that b2, then c1 after that c2, a1 after that a2, like that. If we considered a, then next will be b, next will be c, again that will be a. In the cyclic format, they are placed in the formula. See, b1 c2, that is b1, after b1 there will be c1, after c1 there will be a1. b, c, a1 are cyclic to each other. Every term what we are having in this formula are cyclic one. b1, b2, then c1, c2, then b2, b1, like that. Everyone is cyclically written. Okay, this one is the formula. X divided by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equals to y divided by c1 a2 minus c2 a1, then 1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, try to practice the formula. You should be perfect, then only we can move in for solving the related problems. Okay, write down. Okay, see, so far we have discussed about the cross multiplication method. See, question number 1 related to exercise 3.5. Which of the following pairs of linear equations has a unique solution, has no solution, or infinitely many solutions? In the case there is a unique solution, find it by using cross multiplication method. See, read the question once again. We have to find the first part, the nature of the a pair of linear equations are. See, first one, x minus 3y minus 3 equals to 0. 3x minus 9y minus 2 equals to 0. a1 equals to 1, a2 equals to 3, b1 equals to minus 3, b2 equals to minus 9, c1 equals to minus 3, c2 equals to minus 2. Let us compare the ratios. a1 by a2 equals to 1 by 3, b1 by b2 equals to minus 3 minus 9, 3 ones are 3 3 that is equals to 1 by 3. Then c1 by c2, that means minus 3 minus 2. So, by observing the comparison of ratios, by comparing by comparing ratios. A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is not equals to C1 by C2. What does it mean? No solution. This implies no solution. Why? Why this condition represent parallel lines? This condition represent the parallel lines, so no solution. If there is no solution, not necessary to find out the variables x and y by considering this pair of linear equations. If there is a solution, we can have the method that is cross multiplication. Write down. Now the second one. What that? Which of the following pairs of linear equations has unique solution? The second one is 2x plus y equals to 5. 2x plus y equals to 5. This is not in the general form of pair of linear equations. We have to convert it into that form. That is 2x plus y minus 5 equals to 0. Then 3x plus 2y equals to 8. This implies 3x plus 2y minus 8 equals to 0. Then ratios A1 2, A3 3, B1 1, B2 2, then C1 minus 5, C2 minus 8. Okay, let us compare the ratios. A1 by A2, that is 2 by 3. Then B1 by B2, that is 1 by 2. C1 by C2 equals to minus 5 by minus 8, that is 5 by 8. By comparing the ratios, A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. That implies what? Unique solution. Unique solution. Okay? Say once again. 2x plus 3y, 2x plus y equals to 5 is not in the general form, in general format. That means a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0. That is not in that format. So that has been converted to x plus y minus y equals to 0. Like that we have to convert. Then we have to find the coefficients of x and y as well as constant term. After writing, we have to find the ratios of each coefficient, c1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. By observation, we came to a conclusion that a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, which resembles the condition of a unique solution. That is, a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2 implies a unique solution. That means we have to find the x and y by applying the cross multiplication method. Or which method? Cross multiplication method. This much you have to first write down. After writing this one, let us find the cross multiplication method. See, cross multiplication method. method. That is x by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 y divided by c1 a2 minus c2 a1, that is equal to 1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Here are the values you have to put. X divided by b1 is 1, then c2 is minus 8, then minus of b2 is 2, then b2 c1 is minus 5, equals to y divided by c1 minus 5 into a2, that is 2, minus c2, that is minus 8, into, that is c2 a1, that is 2, c1 a2, c1 is minus 5, a2 is 3. C1, C2, A1, C2 is minus 8, that is 2, equals to 1 divided by A1, B2, A1 is 2, into B2, B2 is 2, minus A2, A2 is 3, into B1, B1 is 1. See, x divided by minus 8, minus into minus plus, 5 2s are 10, that is equal to y divided by minus 15, minus into minus plus, 8 2s are 16, equals to 1 divided by 2 2s are 4, minus 3 1s are 3. Okay. Now, x divided by minus 8 plus 10 divided by 2 equals to y divided by 15 plus 16, that is 1, equals to 1 divided by 4 minus 3, 1. Okay, comparing. X by 2 equals to 1 and y by 1 equals to 1. X equals to 2 1s are 2. Then cross multiplication, y equals to 1 1s are 1. So x equals to 2 and y equals to 1 are the solution for this equation by the method called cross multiplication method. Okay, now write down. Then practice the formula as well as considering this problem and apply the cross multiplication method and practice it without fail. Okay, thank you.